Hi everyone and welcome back. This is episode 12 of Leaf Yarns podcast. My name's Elly and I am coming to you from a very heavily rainy Exeter in the southwest of England. To all new viewers, hi, thanks for coming along, and to all my existing viewers, hello, welcome back. Today is Wednesday the 6th of March and Thursday, sorry, the 7th of March. Oh dear. I do try and record on a Wednesday. Somehow I always fail, but my show notes say a Wednesday, so I said Wednesday. I have tried 4 different times today to record and I've been stopped every single time. If you can hear that rain, it's very heavy. I'm tempted to open the window so you can hear it properly, but I won't. It's suddenly gone dark outside. I hope the lighting this week is okay. I have bought new recording lights. I've always wanted some, never got around to buying any, so I bit the bullet and I'm really liking them. But I'm going to have to get my glasses, have that tint whatever put on so that they don't glare. So, it's been a busy week. I joined one crochet square onto my blanket. I have made some sewing plans, but I didn't get around to it. I've done quite a bit of knitting. I have done knitting for shop swatches, and I've been busy dyeing up like a storm. I will show you what I've been knitting this week. So, first things first, living in this gorgeous bag, is my Find Your Facial by Andrea Mowry. And I'm currently on the colourway Decepticons by No Makers. Now, let's get the right way round. Yes, okay. So I was here last week and I have nearly completed the lace section this week. Ta-da! It's getting huge. Very, very big. I can't show you all the way down. But yes. So I'm at the point where this side no longer goes outwards, it's just a straight edge. As this side keeps getting wider and wider and wider and wider. That's not fully stretched out because it'll fall off the needles. But yeah, I have got this section and then 2 more. 9, 10, 11, 3 more sections left. I really want to plug away on this week and get it finished. No promises, but this is going to be my main project this week, other than my cardigan. This is all purple yarns, as you can see. If you've seen this before, then I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but to those that are new, this is my purple version. So even this grey, which is by Vine, has actually got purple flecks in it. Well, not so much flecks as a tone, a light licky lavendery sort of tone. So I'm knitting mine on 3.75mm needles, carbons. I would swap, but I'm so close to the end now, there's no point. And they are nice to knit with. I've just fallen out of love with them. But sorry, words. But my carbons are starting to wear out. Now, these pair in particular, on this needle here, you can see it's got a gouge here taken out of it. Can you see against my face? And that's just knitting with it. And also, it came out halfway through a row of the join came out, so I had to quickly get some nail glue and glue it back in. It's holding really well, but I think my love affair of carbons is ending, which is really sad. I'm not going to buy any more of them. I have enough sizes. I bought a new set, a complete set of them because I loved them so much just before Christmas. The box which has the tree on it, and I went to pull out my 4.5mm needles the other day to do my 4.5mm needles. 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 test knit my jumper pattern and screwed them on, and it was brilliant, you know. Went to turn them, you know, tighten them, you put the key in and you tighten them, they just kept going round and round and round and round. The what do you call it? The thread wasn't catching at all. So I tested another 2 pairs in the set, and I was like, I've been sent a dud set. I'm not happy. You know, for the amount of money that you pay for a huge set, I expect better. But anyway, so I will use my carbons until they wear out, and then I won't be replacing them, which is a bit of sad because I've had such a long love affair with them. But anyway, so this is my final fade in a long way. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 definite purples and 2 grey with purple in, so that's 7 purples in one shawl. I'm looking forward to wearing it. The weather at the moment keeps going hot and cold, and I definitely need this to keep me warm, because none of my other shawls are very big. My love affair in the past was for pretty little shawls, and that still is the case. My favourite shawl designer is Boonitz, and I have, I think, 26 of her patterns. I've knit about 9 of them, and I plan to work my way through the rest of them. I've got Morticia on the needles at the moment, and 2 or 3 other ones of hers as well, and I just need to finish them. But there's only so many projects I can handle at once. I used to be able to knit, you know, on a project and then put it down and pick something else up and round and round and round and round, which is great for the podcast. For those of you that don't know, I have actually been podcasting now for about 6 years, but I took a 10-month, 11-month break, just for personal reasons, and I relaunched with this podcast, Leaf Yarns. So on my old podcast, I had a lot of knitting, a lot of different projects, and that was brilliant. But now my life and my mindset has changed, and I like to be able to have just 2 or 3 things on the needles at once. You know, so that I can actually get them finished. So, yes. So I'll put this back in the bag. There we go. Right. Excuse me, my phone was buzzing. I'm just going to have a sip of my tea. You having a cup of tea with me? Hi Gary, you having a cup of tea? I do love tea. It's just Clipper organic tea, but I love it. So the next project that I am working on is my Andrea Mowry cardigan, the Oxbow cardigan. I'm doing the women's version, and this is now a beast because the sleeves are joined. So, crinkling the Oxbow cardigan. I'll put that there. Now the yarn I'm using is this, and it is Rico Designs Creative Melange Glitz Chunky in the colour purple. I remembered, I haven't got a ball band to hand. So I am having to be creative because I'm working with 8mm needles. I only had 4 stitch markers that would fit, 4 ring ones, so I have had to, so these are my little ring ones that do fit here and here, but on this side, now thank goodness I like these barley earrings, because I had to use some barley earrings as stitch markers for this side. There's one there and there's another one here, and then I found a dragonfly that I got given. I think it's from my friend Christina. Hi Chris. So, oh, I'm sorry if you can hear it buzzing, it's because it's on a notebook. Last week, where's my marker? I was here, and I'd already knit the sleeves. So this week, see if I can arrange it so that you can see it properly without losing the needles. the sleeves are on, and I am part way up doing the raglans. So it is currently here now. Like that. See, the sleeves are connected, and I'm really pleased with how it's joined. On one side, the colours blend perfectly here. So the sleeve is this bit, and then you've got the underarm bit here. But below, and then on the sleeve here, it's exactly the same colour in the ball band. So I was really chuffed with that. So there it is. Hold up. Look at that beautiful stitch pattern. I'm consciously aware that it's now dark outside and I don't have curtains in here. So the whole world can see me recording. Which is not the same as actually sat here recording, talking to you guys. But yes, so anyway, so I do want to knit another one of these, the Oxbow cardigan. I want to knit another one maybe next New Year. I love it, I love it, I love it. So, and it doesn't use as much yarn as I thought. I didn't need to buy the extra yarn. When I write my full project notes on Ravelry, I will obviously weigh it and count how many balls I used, etc. I have discovered that the pattern is overkill for the amount of balls of yarn they actually need. Not gospel, just my experience. So yes, so let's fold this beauty up. It's so pretty, look at it. So this can go away now. Now I want to finish the body this week. I'm not going to promise I get it finished, because I've been bitten by that one myself. Oh dear, unrealistic expectations of myself, but it's all good. Put that back away. I do love this bag, my Slip Stitch Studios one. This is my Downton Abbey bag, in case you haven't been before. I'll hold it up and show you properly in a second when I've shoved all this back in. It is a sweater bag, but I don't think they were planning on people putting huge chunky sweaters in it. But it does fit, see? Yeah, so on the outside it is very 1920s, 30s style fabric. And the inside it was hand block printed with the Downton Abbey stamps. So yeah. This has been more than a project bag for me. Quite a few times I've been in hospital, this has gone to me with me as you know, just a luggage bag. So pop that down there. Now, if you have keen eyes, Scully has a new hat. So this is the hat that I was test knitting for Mina, Mina Phillip, who is knitting Expat Designs. So here's the beautiful crown. I did the non-rapid crown decreases, so this is the full crown decreasing, and I did the asymmetric version. Now I'll put on screen the actual pattern name right about now. It is now available on Ravelry. I knit this using Cashmere Yak, which is from the Little Knitting Company. Now it doesn't have yardage on the ball band. I will actually have to, not yard, it doesn't have the colourway on the ball band. It's 87 metres per 25 grams. It's very lightweight, but it's very warm. And it's 42% cashmere, 40% yak, 18% virgin wool. Lovely yarn, but now, not to be not a fan. Having now finished a hat with it, I went to sew in the ends, and as I was threading the needle, every single time the yarn snapped, just pulled apart. It's a 2-ply yarn, so it's nice, you know, and loose, so it's quite lofty, but it's not spun tight enough. Now I know that cashmere has a short staple and yak has a, you know, a shorter staple, but the fact that it's blended with wool should have made it a more stable yarn. I am worried about whether or not it'll last for very long. It may only last one season. So I don't feel like I should give it to the person I was planning to give it to in the autumn for their birthday. So let's take it off Scully. Put you back there. I'm very tempted to decoupage that and, you know, paint it on the inside and things, but we'll see. Let's put this on. Where's my, there's the, there we go. There we go. So that is it on. Now this is the asymmetric small. So I have a 21-inch head. Brilliant. I love the fact I have a 21-inch head. It means most hats fit me. I did mine exactly as written, but because the end of my repeat of the chart was about, I don't know, almost a centimetre shorter than what it asked for in the pattern, I stopped and I just did the decreases there. So I literally missed a centimetre off the length, but on me this is a good length. I haven't worn it outside to see how warm it actually is, but I like it. I love the pattern. I really just wish I'd knit it with a different yarn. But as a thank you for test knitting it, Mina gave me the whole pattern. So I'm going to knit another couple, the other two versions, in some nicer yarn. Actually not nicer yarn, better quality yarn. I have a, you know, quite a quantitative stash. So yeah, I'll put this back on Scully. There we go. Eyes covered as per niece, you know, instructions. Oh, the rain at the moment is really pretty. Sorry, I'm so distracted and tangents and everything else, but I live right on one side of town on a hill, and I can see right across the valley and up the other side of town, so I can see where the rain breaks are and where the sun's shining through, and it's like a painting. It's so pretty, you know, and I can see all the churches and the cathedral, and oh, it's beautiful. But it's a really peculiar contrast because you can't see parts of the town because it's completely full of, you know, heavy downpour rain, and yet you look sort of that way and it's blue sky and there's a break. I like weather, sorry. Oh dear. But I do have a bit of a scratchy throat, so more tea. I've been fighting off a cold all week. Last week after I finished recording, I realised that my sore throat wasn't just from talking, and my glands are up, and I've had a migraine for about 4 days, but I'm on enough painkillers at the moment to keep it at bay. So I'm pressing on. There we go. Just a niggle. It's not a, you know, bad cold or anything. It's because the air pressure is so low. I don't do well with low air pressure. Right, so my pattern design, my jumper, will be available on my birthday. That is the date that I've decided to release it. So 16th of May this year, the jumper pattern will be out. Now, it uses, depending on your size, between 3 and 4 skeins of finger 8 yarn, and it is the, I was just checking what it actually called it, the silver birch pullover. I am using, I have my tag just here, it's gone. I'm using Titus by Bahram U, and I plan to knit another one in one of my dyed yarns, in a semi-solid or a speckled, so that I can see the difference for myself as well. But when I finish mine, I will obviously show you on the podcast. It's not far off. I could still do another couple of test knitters for a couple of the sizes. The should we say mid-range size and the largest size are the sizes that I still need fulfilling for test knitters, please. So if you are inclined to knit a jumper by May 10th, I'd be very much appreciated. Right, that is it for knitting. I do have more knitting, but it's shop swatches. So let me just have another sip of my tea and I'll get to that. I do love a good cup of tea. So last week I showed you the card swatches. So this is Blue Flowers. Now I always do my sample knits on sparkly yarn because sample knitting, yes, I love knitting, don't get me wrong, but knitting hundreds of these gets a bit dull. So I use sparkly yarn to make my life so much nicer about it. So this is Blue Flowers Knit Up. Ta-da! Now that's a bit glary on screen if I pull it back here. Let's see. And I'm actually holding it the wrong way up. There we go, that's the colour sequence. So this one is available on the website. I just wanted to show you guys the swatch knit up. There we go. So it goes tealy turquoise, so I'm holding it, tealy turquoise, rich green, sapphire blue and then light blue. Oh, it's a sort of middle blue, it's very pretty. So there we go. And put that's what I've got left for my little sample. So with I take 20 grams off the main ball. And what I do with these now, I wind it around the card so that I've got it for my swatch box, and I have my wrap box, and the rest of these are going to be in a little crochet project, but I haven't decided what yet. I'm wondering if anyone knows of a little knitting or crochet pattern from Amigurumis that uses about, I want to say 12-13 grams of yarn. If you know, please comment or let me know on Ravelry, or show me a link, because I really want to make sort of a garland behind me on this wall here of all my self-striping of little Amigurumis, because I think that'd be really cute. So, moving on. Next up, and this is, I think this is the last one I showed you last week, is Paint Palette. Now I have knit the swatch for this one now. I'm going to get it the right way up first time. Yes! So that's really bright, it's blowing right out, I do apologise. Here we go. Yes, the pink is neon pink. Because I love neon pink. Not that I wear it, but I would in socks. So that is that one, and again I've got about 12 grams left of this one too. So that is also up in the shop. So those ones will now be rephotographed with the swatches so that you can see it knit up on the website. And then, so all my self-striping yarns are on Etsy, but if you want any of the speckles or tonals or lace weight yarns or anything else, they are all on my leafyarns.com website. But now this deserves, in my opinion, a drum roll, because I have dyed Nanata's house. Isn't that a beauty? Absolutely love Nanata's house. So this is based on, or inspired by, Call the Midwife, and it's got the red and the light blue, which is the uniform of the midwives and the nurses, and then it's got the white and the dark navy blue of the nuns. Now this, when it started on TV, this was definitely a joy, because I went to a convent school until I was almost 9, and it was the happiest start I could have had in life. I started school at the age of 3, which is quite early, but it was a private school, so they take you right from preschool age, and then if you're a boy you have to have left before your 9th birthday, but girls are allowed to stay on. But because I had a twin brother, my parents felt that it would be nice for us both to leave at the same time. But, so for me, midwives are very near and dear to my heart. My favourite midwife at school was Sister Noella, and she was very strict, but she was also, she had this you know, wink in her eye that gave you a sort of hint of her being quite mischievous. And if you were ever hurt, she always gave you a cuddle. And if you were really hurt, like, you know, you were bleeding chronically or whatever, she gave you a sugar lollipop. And I was like, and then my other favourite was Sister Ida. Now, Sister Ida was the sister that gave me my piano lessons when I was young as well. And she was the first person that installed the love of music and, you know, creative arts in me. So that's my backstory. that's real life, people. So this is the swatch of the sample card. Oh, Abby's home. And this is it knitted up. So there we go. So this one is going on the website as soon as I finish recording. So here is the mini that I've got left from this one. I love these rich colours. I love this red, and I'm not a red fan, but this for me is very homely and I love it. So there are 20 of these, and this one is going to be some socks for Abby for her birthday. And when I told her, she was like, ooh, because we both love the show so much. So these will be cast on this evening, I suspect, now that I've shown you guys. Now, with my yarns, with the self-striping anyway, if you put a comment in the order, you can have it balled up like this. You can have it caked, or you can just have it in the skein. I don't mind. It's not that much extra work, to be honest. Just because of the technique that I have to use to dye it and to unwind it and reskein it and everything else, it really doesn't make much difference. So with the self-striping yarns, I will send them as you like them. So there we go. That is my pride and joy. Mine the Nata's House colourway. I absolutely love it. So there will be another new colourway next week. Not going to give you a clue. You just have to wait and find out. That is all I have for you this week. I'm sorry if it's been a bit short. I don't know if it's been a bit short until I go back and look and see how much footage I've recorded. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this week, and come back next week and I'll see you soon. Bye!